Alright, next question. Traditional or digital artist? I'm mostly traditional artist because my manga is mostly hand-drawn, not digitalized on a computer. But I like doing some digital art. You know, I got to digital art recently because I downloaded GIMP, and I really enjoy doing some digital art. But I mostly hand-draw my pictures first before I put them on the computer because I don't have a graphic tablet to draw on. So I hand-draw my artwork, then I scan it into my computer, and I just use a mouse and draw on GIMP. Yeah, I use a mouse to do my digital art because I don't have a graphic tablet. But hopefully, maybe someday I will, because you know, I like drawing and I should get a graphic tablet because I enjoy drawing. But I'm mostly a traditional artist, but I also do some digital, so I kind of expand my skills. So yeah. Next question. If any way possible, would you LP a DS or a 3DS game? Oh my god, I would totally love to record some 3DS or DS games, but thing is, I did a test video of Icarus Uprising, but I didn't upload it because it was so blurry. Like, it wasn't shaking at all. Like, I had my camcorder on a stable surface, but the thing is, when I recorded Icarus Uprising, it was so blurry, like it was so bad, like I couldn't even see it. And I tried my best to fix it, but it was still blurry, like you couldn't see the text or the dialogue in that game. And so unfortunately, I can't really, you know, record DS or 3DS games. And I heard that there was a capture device for 3DS games, but I don't know where you get it or how much it is, and I'd rather just record it with my camcorder. And maybe hopefully someday I can get the best quality out of it. But as of right now, I can't. But I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm fine the way it is. If I can't, oh well. I can't really do anything about it. But yeah. Next question. Favorite funniest moment in a LP? Ugh. I'm starting too much. Favorite funniest moment in an LP? I would have to say one of them will have to be in Paper Mario when I'm in Bowser's Castle. And I had a gut feeling that the game was gonna freeze on me, and so I saved my game at that video, and 10 seconds later the game froze on me, and I was actually surprised. Like, I was shocked. Like, I did not expect the game to freeze. Like, I kind of did, because I don't know, I just had a gut feeling that my game was gonna freeze because I haven't saved in the last 3 parts of that episode. But yeah, when the game froze on me, I was actually really surprised, but it actually made me laugh because I saved 10 seconds after it froze, or before it froze. So I'm like, thank God I froze, or saved, gosh. Also, my favorite funniest moment would have to be Twilight Princess. When I was carrying the hot spring water to a Goron, I failed a lot in that video, and I could have taken the side of the cliff because that's the easiest way to go through. But I mostly go just straight to the field, even though it's filled with monsters and levers. But one of the moments that stand out in that video was that I put the hot water barrel over the cold pond, and right in the middle of the screen it says that your hot spring water turned cold. And I said, what? Like, a really dramatic, what? I didn't know that because I had never experienced that before. That was actually the first time that I experienced that, because I never put the hot water barrel on top of the pond. I just strictly run for it, but the bird was so annoying that I had to put it down, and I did not know that. Like, I didn't know the hot water would turn cold if you put it in the pond, and that really surprised me. So I kind of found that really funny. But yeah. Next question. Best raging moment. Oh boy, guys. Oh my goodness, best raging moment. Oh. It still makes me mad to this day. Paper Mario and Flower Field, the Jam and Jelly Rage. When I was trying to give the blue flower the blueberries, like, I was spamming the text because I didn't really care what he said. And so I spammed the text and just repeatedly pressed A. And the first item that was on my item list was actually the Jam and Jelly. And I accidentally confirmed to pick the Jam and Jelly and give it to the blue flower. And oh my god, it made me so mad because jam and jelly is so hard to find in that game, or you can't even buy it in the shops. There's very few in that game, and so it made me so mad that I give the jam and jelly to that blue flower, and it still makes me mad to this day. Just a fair warning, guys. Don't spam text. One at a time. Don't spam it. Yeah, that still makes me mad to this day. Alright, next question. Do you take requests? No, I don't. Whether it's art requests, piano requests, or video game let's play requests, I do things my own way. I don't take requests. Next question. Have you been mistaken for a boy? If you guys been with me for a long time, ever since I first started Let's Playing, I have a lot of questions saying that I sound like a boy. No joke, like, I have a lot of questions from random viewers and subscribers saying, are you a boy or a girl? Because you sound like a boy. And I'm like, no, I'm a girl! I'm a girl! But yes, I've been mistaken for a boy plenty of times. Like, so many times on YouTube. Like, I get comments or messages saying, are you a boy? Because you sound like a boy, or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. I'm a tomboy, but not a boy. But it makes me laugh that there was like some people that think I'm a boy, because to be honest, I do agree that my voice sounds deep, or not, you know, surely like a normal girl, but still, I mean, you could at least kind of figure out that I'm a girl just the way I act in my video, not the sound of my voice. But still, there's some people that mistook me for a guy instead of a girl. So yeah, I've been mistaken for a boy loads of times. Alright, next question. What consoles or handheld do you own or owned with the ED at the end? I'll separate this into two categories. What I have right now is a Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64, a Game Boy Advance, Nintendo GameCube, a DS, like a regular DS when it first came out, Nintendo Wii, and a 3DS. All Nintendo consoles. I have no PlayStation, or actually, I did actually, but most of the consoles that I own right now, they're all Nintendo. There's no Xbox. I don't really care about Xbox because there's no Nintendo games on it. I don't mind PlayStation, but I don't own a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 or whatever. All of them are Nintendo. But what I did own, or had, was a Super Nintendo. I did have a Super Nintendo, but my mom gave it away to my cousins in a different country. And I think they still have it though, but my mom used to play Super Mario World in that game, and I always watched her play Super Mario World and Super Nintendo. So I did have that. I also did have the first Game Boy, like the Game Boy that wasn't colored. It was actually the regular Game Boy, and I always played Tetris on that when I was little. And yeah, I don't know what happened to that one. I don't know if it was broken or something, but I did have a Game Boy. I also had the first PlayStation. I had PlayStation 1. I always played Spyro the Dragon or Crash Bandicoot. I always play those games on the first PlayStation, but I gave it away to my my cousins in a different country. And they still have it. They had like another game for the PlayStation, so yeah, I played the PlayStation, and it still works pretty fine when I was there, but that was like in 2005. But yeah, and I think I also had a Sega Genesis, because I remember my mom playing some ninja game on the Sega Genesis, and I kind of remember that we had like a Tiny Toons adventure game or something like that. I remember that. But other than that, I don't really remember all that much about the Sega Genesis. Like, I remember like 2 games, because I remember my mom playing some ninja game. But yeah. Oh my god, next question. I have a couple stories for the next question. This question. Embarrassing moments. Dun dun dun. Oh my god, embarrassing moments. Embarrassing moments, really? I have like 3 or 4. I'm not gonna go into full detail for most of them, but one of them I remember was actually fainting in Walmart when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, I fainted in Walmart. The last thing I remember when I fainted in Walmart was that I was with my dad, and I was wearing a sweater, and it was actually really hot in Walmart, and I'm like, it's probably the sweater or the the air in Walmart. It was really warm, so I'm like, it didn't mind me. Like, I didn't feel faint or anything. That just felt really warm. And I remember that we were in the cashier, and my dad told me to grab the plastic bag that had lettuce in it, and I felt really faint, and everything kind of went black. And from what my dad told me is that when I fainted, I grabbed the lettuce out of the bag instead of the plastic bag itself. So the lettuce, I grabbed it and I dropped it when I fainted. So yeah. But 10 minutes later, I woke up and there was people surrounding me. Like, there was the medic and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my god, there's people around me! And I was so surprised. I'm like, oh, did I faint? But yeah, I fainted in Walmart and I was so embarrassed. Man. Another embarrassing moment that I had was in 4th grade. It was during recess in 4th grade. I was on a balancing beam, and it wasn't like wood, it was actually like hard metal and all that. And so I was on this balancing beam by myself, and all of a sudden, I fell right between my legs. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. I fell right between my legs. For a girl, it still hurts. I mean, I can't imagine a guy, you know, falling in between his legs on their bar. But, oh my god, I know how boys feel now. Because that freaking hurt when I fell right between my legs on the balancing beam. But luckily there was no one looking. Like, I'm surprised no one didn't saw me or the teacher saw me. So after I fell, I ran like into a hidden spot in the playground, and oh my god, I cried in pain. I'm like, ow, it hurts! And I was, oh my god, crying in pain. I'm like, oh, it freaking hurts. And yeah, I know how guys feel when they get hit in the nuts. It freaking hurts. Oh my god, it hurt. It was kind of funny when I think about it, but it hurt a lot, and it was so embarrassing. Another embarrassing moment that I remember was actually in 10th grade. It was really embarrassing. It was at gym class in 10th grade, and we were playing kickball. And I was running to the home base in kickball, and when I was running to home base, someone threw the ball, and the ball actually got caught with my legs, and so I lost my balance, and I ran head first into the bleachers. But luckily the bleachers were up, so they were like in a wall, so I ran into the bleacher wall. So yeah, head first, and I felt really faint, and my right knee was actually really badly injured. Like, it wasn't broken, it was just really, what'd you call it? Distorted? Not really distorted, but it was just really, it hurt really bad. It was badly injured, but it wasn't confirmed broken, so thank god that you just needed like an ice patch to just cover it. So yeah. But, and so I kind of stood out for like 10 minutes, and I tried to get up, but every time I tried to get up, I felt faint. So, and we actually had a sub on that day too, so the sub had to actually call the few staff members of the school to come and get me because I couldn't walk or stand up. So they brought a wheelchair, and everyone was looking at me in my wheelchair, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so embarrassed. And also, that same day was actually the first day I missed school. So that actually affected my attendance record. So I was so mad because that was the only day I missed that year, and I could have got perfect attendance if I didn't hit my knee, or, you know, sprain my knee, whatever. So I was really pissed off about that, but it was really embarrassing because everybody was looking at me in a wheelchair, and I'm like, I feel so embarrassed. The last thing I remember from my embarrassing moment was actually a few years ago in 11th grade. It was in my Algebra 2 class, and I remember we were doing something with data, you know, taking surveys or whatever, and my teacher was giving out an example, and he was giving an example of, you know, how many people own a pet dog. And so everyone raised their hand except me. Like, I mean, really, you should have seen the class. Like, everyone had their hand up for those that own a dog. And when he asked, okay, who doesn't own a dog? And I was the only one that raised my hand. I raised my hand slowly. I'm like, I don't have a dog. yeah, I don't have a dog, so I'm like, I'm the only one that doesn't own a dog. I'm like, I was so sad. I'm like, oh, I don't own a dog. I'm the only person in that class that doesn't have a dog. Everyone else in that class has dogs. There was like 30 people in that class. 29 had like a dog except for me. I was the only one that doesn't have a dog. So I'm like, I feel embarrassed. I don't have a dog. Okay, next question. Oh my god, really? Funniest moment in my life. I can name a lot of them and a lot of funniest moments. I'm not gonna tell like the whole story, but the first one that I remember was I actually was with my older sister in a car, and she was driving, and there was a stupid driver that drove in the wrong lane to go into the mall. She drove in the lane that to get out of the mall, so we were freaking out that she was getting hit. I'm like, oh my god! But she did it, so. But the lady, she drove in the wrong lane to get into the mall. She was supposed to go on the right lane, but instead she went to the left lane to get out of the mall. But after that, we were like, wow, she is the dumbest driver ever. Like, really, it was actually really funny. I'm like, we were laughing, but also freaked out because she might get hit by a car, but she didn't. This one was actually recently. It was like a couple weeks ago, but me and my sister were going to Walmart from the parking lot. We just got to Walmart, so we were coming out of the parking lot, and at the entrance of Walmart, there was like these 3 young adults, like 2 girls and 1 guy. Apparently, they were stealing condoms and makeup. Yeah, and they were stealing them. So they were running out of at Walmart, and this one girl tripped and she dropped all the condoms and all that. There was like a bunch of them like on the ground, and so one girl ran off, and the other girl, she was like, dumb bitch, because she ran off and dropped the condom. So those 2 got caught, the male and the female, and yeah, they were caught in Walmart. So I'm like, really? Stupid people, really? You stealing condoms and makeup? Wow, you guys are idiots. Especially when they're running out of Walmart. I mean, you could at least just kind of walk, you know, normally instead of just running like hell. I mean, really? But yeah, it was actually really funny. I'm like, really? You stealing condoms and makeup? Wow. Next question. Or next question, but the next story for my funniest moment was that I was actually mistaken for a boy again, but this was in 5th grade. And I had my hair up, and from the front view, it looked like I only had a boy haircut. And this lady, she's like, oh, hi mister, or not mister, but hi, you little boy. I'm like, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. Because I had my hair up, and the front view, my face looked like I had a boy haircut. And she was like, oh, my bad, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, really? That was actually the first time that someone mistook me for a guy. I'm like, really? But it was actually funny. It was actually really fun because I had my hair up. But yeah. Another one that I can remember was that this was actually a couple years ago. There was a bee in my window. I have a screen window and a solid window, but there was actually a bee in my window, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a bee in my window! And my middle sister and I were so scared to open it, and I had an idea, and I told my sister to get this mini portable vacuum. And so, right when I opened it, or right when my middle sister opened it, we literally sucked the bee inside the vacuum. And I'm like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. And we did that also because there was another bee that was flying around the stairs. And my mom took the big vacuum and she sucked it right in as well. I'm like, Mom, get the bee! Use the vacuum to get the bee! We had like a couple of those in my house. Like, we had a couple bees come inside the house for no odd reason. We didn't know where they came from. So we used a vacuum to suck them in. Yeah, instead of just swapping it with the bug net or something like that. Or not bug net, but the fly swapper or something. Alright, and the last one that I can remember was, I was 12 years old. Me and my older sister were watching The Sandlot, you know, the baseball movie, you know, with the kids playing baseball and all that. But we were watching The Sandlot. And there was this one scene where Benny, the leader of the baseball pack, he was running away from the big dog, or trying to get the baseball for the big dog in that movie. And he thought he made it out, but then the dog was jumping over the fence of the baseball field. And Benny, he was like, oh shit! And right after that moment, I copied that guy, and I'm like, oh shit! And my sister was like, ooh, you said a bad word. But the funny thing is, I didn't know shit was a bad word at that time. So that was the first time I said shit. It was actually really funny. I didn't know shit was a bad word at that time. And so I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was a bad word. So that was the first time I said shit. But yeah, that's pretty much all the questions, guys. Yeah, this has been like 3 parts already. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for sending all your questions from YouTube and DeviantART. And I really thank you guys for your support. I couldn't have got 200 subscribers without your support. I really appreciate it. I guess I could give out shout outs. I guess I could give a shout out to Miss Sayanella. She's an awesome Let's Player. Nintendo Capri Sign, they're my inspiration. Master Lena, he's an awesome YouTuber and Let's Player and a friend of mine. And also want to thank Icy Misu. He's not that active on YouTube now, but he's still pretty awesome. I mean, he comments on my artwork on DeviantART. And King Super NES, he is an awesome guy too. He's an awesome Let's Player. You should check out his channel. And Rawgasm, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool Let's Player too. Even though I don't comment on your videos, I still watch them. I mean, just because I don't comment doesn't mean I don't like your videos. I like your videos. I just don't comment on much of videos. I'm not much of a person that comments on videos. Just once in a while I will, but still, you're an awesome subscriber, viewer, friend. He's awesome. You should check out his channel as well, and many others as well. Also, Gamers LP. I really like Gamers LP, so that's an awesome channel. And yeah, and also many others that I may not. Oh, and Dominique, excuse me. She changed her name. She's from DeviantART. I like Dominique. She's a really awesome artist. I love her art. And many others from DeviantART. Mario Simpson, he's an awesome friend of mine on DeviantART. I really appreciate it. He's an awesome artist as well. And Flashy Kirby from DeviantART as well. She's an awesome too. She was actually my first friend on DeviantART. And a bunch of other friends on YouTube at DeviantART. I really thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for your support. And yeah, I really thank you guys so much for making this happen. And probably I can make it to 300 subscribers, so that way I can do another Q&A. So yeah, or something other special that I can do for 300 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for your support. Please comment and subscribe, like my video, and also check out my other videos in my channel, and also my artwork. And also check me out on Facebook. So yeah, I really would like you guys to support me and all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really thank you guys so much. I said this so many times, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate your support. So yeah, thank you guys so much for making this happen, and I'm glad I did this. I had fun with this Q&A, and that's all I gotta say. So thank you guys so much, and keep on watching my videos or commenting on my artwork and all that stuff, and stick around for more. So I will see you guys later. So this is Kirby 707 saying